Boots!
This is a new interview show for you guys.
You know, it's when you finally get that number, you start psyching yourself up. That reaction, the reciprocation I feel from the Limerick faithful keeps you going.
We got to talk about this. I know, we had you on before.
And Sam put it to John, he wanted Irish talent.
What is next for Big Boots Murphy?
This is the future of Irish wrestling, and if you don't agree right now, I will make a believer out of you.
Ladies and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Weekly Controversies, Controversial Chats, and our guest this week is none other than Big Boots Murphy.
Boots! How are you guys?
Doing good.
We are good.
Good.
Martin is enjoying retirement, as you can see.
What's this, week 4 now? I said I was going to quit, and here we are.
It's 4 weeks. No, you're watching the big show. It's official.
I haven't turned heel or face yet multiple times, but this is a new little interview show for you guys, and what a fucking massive fucking specimen of a man to kick things off with.
Big Boots Murphy.
So, Jamie, Jesus. Tony, I'm going to let you throw the first question out there because we had a massive, massive historic match happen there a few weeks ago.
Yes, we did. So Big Boots.
Yes.
You were all there. We all popped when you came out. You were in the local rumble. What was that like?
It was when you finally get that number, you start, psyching yourself up. You have to go out and see who's number one, who's number two, and you have to kind of assess the situation, see what you're actually able to achieve in that ring. And I saw the 0-1-2-1 man like Darius at number 2, and I saw the lanky string of piss Omari at number 1, and I had to strategize moments before I went out from the curtain. So you don't know who you're wrestling until you're out there, and so it's just thinking on your feet. But it's a great, butterfly feeling in your stomach when you know you're about to come out and you don't know whether people are gonna go, "Who's this?" or go, "This is Big Boots Murphy." So it was a great experience. OTT upper management, if you're listening to this, you need to do the local rumble every year. It is so much fun, not only for us performers but also for the fans. One of the best shows in OTT, in my opinion. It was tough going, but I was given some would say either one of the best numbers or one of the most unlucky numbers of number 3, but I made the most of what I could do at number 3.
I mean, you came out, as you said, to some absolute competition. You've Omari, former OTT world champion, standing in the ring. You got the 0-1-2-1.
Current dickhead.
Very true. With a current dickhead at his side as well.
Yeah.
So you come out with the 0-1-2-1. And for a moment, we saw a very fun tag. There could have been an amazing thing. Like the money was just going. The 0-1 Boots one.
Yeah. Or according to the fans, 0-1 Boots.
Yeah. Nobody was getting it. It went right over people's head.
Which is all okay because you were chanting Boots.
You were too busy getting sick to get the catchphrase.
So, it was... you have to play the field. I know 0-1-2-1 and Omari go back. They're from around the same area, so I knew he would be conflicted, but I had to ease him in. I had to go, "Hey, buddy, he's a prick now. Me and you, we're not we're not pricks. So let's get him out because he's obviously a prick and he doesn't deserve to be in the local rumble at all, let alone be going to the top and winning. So let's work together." And I tried to bridge that gap with the 0-1 Boots one. And for Darius's credit, he went along with it, and it was more so my own undoing, giving Omari the boots in the corner, where he was able to grab my boot. And I don't blame Darius. It's his brethren. 0-1-2-1. He felt pressured, and that's fair. That's the local rumble. It's the nature of a rumble. Nobody is guaranteed to be tag team formation. There's no guarantee that you'll continue to work with that person unless you were a team already. Which I don't know if a team member could eliminate a team member, and I don't think that's something we saw in that Rumble. But again, next year if it happens again, tag teams are one entrance. Once they win, do they all win, or does one person have to eliminate the other? We don't really know. We didn't get to see that go that far with the Rumble, so that's why we need to do it again. But again, no hard feelings towards Therese. If I ever get to tag with that man, I think the whole one boots one, fans will get then.
Oh hell yeah! And I have to ask you because the Rumble's very different. You came in number 3, but then there was number 4 BDE right after you. That's 3 guys right away. You had many more, 2 dickheads and a fucking JB. Like, he doesn't have a fucking time. So you had BDE come out and many more people. Like, as the people are coming out, like, how do you concentrate on like what you're doing? Because not only do you have to worry about the people in the ring, the people coming out, but as well not going over that fucking top rope.
Well, I had the advantage of being a big boy, so going over the top rope wasn't really a concern of mine unless I was going against another big boy, which eventually my undoing was a big boy in the name of Amari, who was eliminated when he eliminated me. But so when you see these people come in, you either have to think on your feet: do I stay out of the limelight, let them, attack somebody else and see if I can get in at the last moment and kind of try and chuck them out? Or do you go straight at them? Do you go straight for them and try and get the jump on them so they don't get the jump on you? So it's kind of a coin toss of what you need to do. Is, do you strike first or do you strike best? So that's kind of the mentality of a Rumble, in my opinion.
No, that's a absolutely brilliant answer. Actually, not even something I was even thinking you were going to say.
Hey, I'm not all looks, okay? I got some brains too.
Just, he has all that math, just like going, like, just see it coming out of his fucking head during the match. Tony, do you want to throw in a question there?
I do. Before I go on to the one I have here, was there ever a moment during BDE being in that Rumble that you thought, I'm going to roll one of them up and take that GN title?
Never crossed my mind. I was too busy hitting Nikki with the best spinebuster in Ireland.
It was a really good spinebuster.
Oh, it's always a good spinebuster when it's my spinebuster. I'll tell you that. I got a beautiful pair of boots. I got a beautiful big boot to the face, and I've got a beautiful spinebuster. And I'm not to be big-headed, but I am Big Boots Murphy, so everything's big.
I mean, Arn Anderson, Batista, Triple H.
Who? Big Boots Murphy. That's who you talk. When you talk about spinebusters, Big Boots Murphy.
Big Boots Murphy. Exactly. Go on, Tony.
So, on the road to the local Rumble, Sam was meant to have Trent Seven as his opponent, but Trent pulled out because he got a bigger money offer. And Sam put it to Joe that he wanted Irish talent. And Joe's response was to give him Flash Morgan Webster. What was the locker room's reaction to that?
Well, you seen the locker room, reaction. Everybody got, added by Sam on X or Twitter and on Instagram, and everybody had their moment of, oh, look at me, yippee! I'm being acknowledged by the champ. Wrestlers and wrestling fans and promoters and everybody has short-term memory loss when it comes to professional wrestling. When I was getting added by Sam, I didn't think, oh wow, the top guy is trying to prop me up as one of the contenders for the OTT championship. I remembered my debut. Do any of you remember my debut?
Against Sammy D.
Against Sammy D for OTT. My debut was against Sammy D. And at the time, he was double champ. He was double champ Sam. Yeah. He was GN and NLW champion. And I stepped in the ring with him, and first match in OTT, I took him to the limits. He couldn't put me away without kicking me in the dick. A lot of people remember that. So when Sam's tweeting at me like, hey, Big Boots Murphy, oh, you should wrestle me again. Yeah, I should wrestle you again. I should wrestle you again and show you that you're going to have to do a lot more than kick me in the dick to pin me. You're going to have to bloody kill me for that world championship.
I mean,
So yeah, you know, fair play to Sam. He beat Omari, something I couldn't do. You know, there's a lot of things that go into being a professional wrestler, and a lot of it is mental. And I'll be honest, my OTT career on the win front has not been stellar. And you know, and testament to me on that fact, because look at my Rumble entrance. Look at everybody chanting boots. And I haven't even won yet. I haven't won yet in OTT. And I'm getting added by Sammy D, the world champion, essentially saying I'm deserving of a world championship opportunity. And you know what? Part of me feels like I don't deserve it because I haven't won. But the other part of me realizes that Boots Murphy is one of the hottest prospects in Irish wrestling, and he hasn't even won. So what happens when I step into the ring with Sammy D and he's had this change of heart? He doesn't kick people in the dick anymore. What happens when I step into the ring with Sammy D for the World Heavyweight Championship and he can't kick me in the dick? What happens then? Does Sam win? Or does fate take back over and Big Boots Murphy becomes OTT World Champion?
and I mean, you mentioned it there, with like, you stepped up to Omari's open challenge, which that didn't, as we know, it didn't go as well as you thought, but you were one of the biggest to step up against him, not only in the like size wise, but you hung with him.
Yeah, and I'm not a small man. I call myself Big Boots Murphy for a reason. Omari is just a freak of nature. And he was able to lift me up and drop me on my head. And he still couldn't get the 3. And J Money on the outside. Well, I had that moment to get everybody up, to prepare myself to deliver the biggest boot to that lanky pisshead. And J Money grabs my foot. And you know, in split second decision, I look down, I'm like, oh, this fucking bastard is trying to fucking grab me. And Omari strikes and he, you know, and but him dropping me on my head wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. It's never enough. So, yeah, I would have liked to be 10,000 euro richer, but or 5,000, whatever I was offered. But yeah, part of me's humiliated, but again, it's the OTT fans. No, I was humiliated in front of like 500 people in the complex, and then the next time I'm in front of fans again, they welcome me with open arms, and that's part of the reason that I still go on and I still wrestling, is because no matter what, the fans have my back. So if I stepped up to Omari again, if I stepped up to Sam again, I'm not a newcomer. I'm not somebody who can be easily distracted. I'm Big fucking Boots Murphy, and I'll fucking kick your head off.
I mean, hopefully next time you step up with Omari, Dexter stays in his laboratory, and you could just have an actual fucking perfect match.
Hell yeah.
But it's like you keep talking about the fans, and there's one place that we know the fans adore Big Boots Murphy, and that is Hard Knox. That is Limerick fucking City.
Home away from home.
We got to talk about this. I know, you know, we had you on before. It was a very hesitant question, but you were the inaugural, the first, the All-Ireland fucking champion. And you had your first defense against Renzo Rose.
Wow.
And he hit you with the kiss from the rose, the flowers, maybe a pipe. We don't know what the fuck's in there.
I've seen the footage a million times, and there's definitely something that falls out of those roses, because it did not feel like a bouquet of roses that felt like goddamn metal. So yeah, again, the reaction, the reciprocation I feel from the Limerick faithful is keeps you going. I know something I've already said, but like when you're out there and just, you feel everybody's behind you. It's not a soul in there that is questioning you. They're just, you are our favorite and we want you to win. There's nothing like it really. It's a high that carries you through a lot, and Renzo knew that. Renzo knew that coming in. He saw the reactions I had before in other matches when I won the belt against Butch in that match. And all the respect for Butch, but I came in there with so much support from the fans, and Renzo knew that. And Renzo knew if he went out there against me, he'd have to do something that I wasn't expecting, that Foxy wasn't expecting, that the fans weren't expecting, and that was a pipe in the roses. And I know for a fact that he will deny it if he wants, but there was something in that pipe. And, you know, again, as well, attacking me before the match as well, weakening my leg. I genuinely felt like my knee popped out of place, and I could not walk for like a solid 2 weeks after that. That was an actual one of the worst pains of my life. Was being in that ring with Renzo in that figure four, you know, and I had to keep fighting. But after getting hit with those roses and that pipe, I was too loopy. I had to save myself for another day. I have to save myself for another opportunity at the Hard Knox All Ireland Championship or the Hard Knox World Championship. You know, I have to. At the end of the day, you have to save yourself. Which, again, if only it was 1-on-1 and he was more of a man, we would have had a different outcome. And that's something I feel deep in my soul. We would have had another outcome if he had the ability to fight clean, you know? So.
And look, I've got to ask you, because we are coming up to Warzone. And with Warzone, we've also got the introduction of a brand new Hard Knox title, the Hardcore title. There is now 4 if you include the tag team titles. What is next for Big Boots Murphy?
In Hard Knocks, and in general, it's reiterating who Big Boots Murphy is. You know, it's coming back stronger and better than I was before, and I don't know what's happening for the next show, but whatever is happening, if I'm on it or if I'm not on it, I'm going to come back stronger. And if it's for that Hard Knocks Hardcore Championship, whoever wins that belt, I'll bleed to take that off of them. If it's going back for the Hard Knocks All Ireland Championship, I will break any bone in Renzo's body to get that belt back. And if it's for Sam, for the Hard Knocks belt, see my point from before. No matter what is going to be put in front of me, I will take it. And I will make it my own and make it through in my own way. And I will not stop fighting until everybody knows that Big Boots Murphy isn't an up-and-comer. He is the future.
Tony, do you have anything you want to throw in here?
I think that's the perfect place to wrap this up.
Oh, I have one more thing, because you said it now 2 times, and I'm going to ask the question to end this off. Who the fuck is Big Boots Murphy?
You want to know who Big Boots Murphy is? Big Boots Murphy is the best professional wrestler in Ireland. the best spine buster in Ireland, the best pair of boots in Ireland. This is the future of Irish wrestling, and if you don't agree right now, I will make a believer out of you, and I will show you and everybody here in this island and everywhere in the world that these boots ain't just made for walking, they're made for kicking your ass.